Today's the last day that I'll be able to hunt. It's Saturday, and I have to go back tomorrow. I wanted to come to a new spot. This is a spot that we all decided to come to with one ATV and three grown men. There was really only room for two. And as luck would have it, my feet were in the best shape, so I volunteered to do the walking, which I'm fine with. I'm happy to turn this into a hiking trip instead of a hunting trip, if that's how luck would have it. Right now, I'm looking out somewhere in the vast wilderness ahead of me, and there are 40,000 caribou. Good for them. Good for those caribou that are that far away from me. I only wanted one, but that's all right. It's a beautiful day. It hasn't rained on us the whole time we've been here. It's been sunny, cloudy here and there for the most part. The weather's just been perfect for this whole trip. And the company has been awesome. I really enjoyed hanging out with my hunting buddies. It's hard for me to find people that I like to spend time with, so I count myself very lucky. I was really hoping that the wind hadn't messed too much with the sound, but you're getting an Adams, Alaska voiceover, so that should answer that. I tried to guard the mic and everything, so here's the dub instead. All of these are just off like the cuff, half informational, half journal entry. So I never really think about what I'm going to say. Like sometimes I'll want to talk about, what I want to happen tomorrow or what happened today, my plans. But most of the time it's whatever I'm thinking about, whatever's on my mind when the camera turns on. I guess at first this was just like something to bring home for my wife to see, almost like messages to her. Whatever you're thinking about in the moment, you might forget. Or how hard did it really feel in the moment rather than reflecting much later. Then it became something for my family could watch. My sister, one of many, discovered these, and she was surprised I had so many videos. I was kind of half embarrassed that there's a bunch at this point to sit down and for a whole week and watch them all. No, like this is really cool. Thanks for making these because, she was like, this is really cool. She kind of mentioned that a friend of hers grandmother had passed away, and they just wanted to hear their grandmother's voice. They wanted to hear it, but there were no recordings of her voice, and that's terrible. What an unfortunate situation they've had. It was really sad. You never know when your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephew, anyone in your family might one day want to know who you were. Having these, giving a little glimpse of who I am, or at least what my time out here was like, I think that's kind of cool. I don't really necessarily find myself to be interesting enough all the time that I've got to record everything I'm up to and what I do. But I think that this out here is really cool. I do try and have a good outlook on everything that I'm doing out here. One thing I've learned, you can't control the world around you, but you can control how you feel about it to a great extent. Okay, so there's no caribou around, or not that we can find. We glassed for days. We didn't see anything, but I'm happy. I'm here. This is a beautiful place. Looking out in the incredible wilderness, and the weather is good, and the company's been great. I've been able to come out here and do this because it's in my backyard. I'm fortunate enough that I'm in good health that I can walk out here into these places. When I first started looking and hunting and adventuring, there were a lot of people that said that there was no way you could hunt in Alaska without an ATV. and a snowmobile and maybe even a boat. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I couldn't justify putting that much financial investment into something that I had never tried before. And I'd never been hunting, especially here in Alaska. I decided, like, let's try it. Even if it's impossible, fine. That's that. I've harvested myself many caribou and helped friends get theirs as well, all on foot. And all the caribou that I've harvested on foot. Oh, no, I take that back. There was one on a snowmobile, but that wasn't very good because I still had to walk the caribou onto the trail and then back onto the road, and then about a mile anyway, because it kept running. The sled kept running into the snowmobile because it was going downhill, and that was a negative 30-degree Fahrenheit weather. So in the end, like, the snowmobile didn't even help that much. We ended up using the snowmobile, went all over the place, but we were getting it off a mile off the road anyway. Let's see. So I don't know. Maybe it helped. Maybe it didn't. But even now, I was just walking up, and I think this guy had good intention. He rolls up on his side-by-side with his buddy, and he asks me, "Have you hunted out here before?" And I'm on foot with the rifle and a backpack. Like, yeah, I've hunted here before. He replies, "Well, the way that you're going, there's not going to be any caribou. It's too far to walk." Well, I mean, like, okay, he hadn't got anything either. Okay, so I thanked him. I guess, I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. I'm comfortable walking. I'm fine. And I wondered if, that bit about, that man from Oklahoma felt the same when, he had approached me. Like, this guy was all appalled when I was out here like this. I'm glad he was looking out for others and checking in, but I wanted to walk and take in all of Alaska had to offer on foot. This was great exercise and practice for other trip, and I'm pretty sure that I'll come back up to the Arctic this year. We've made some plans, discussed possibilities, made some soft invitations. Well, if you want me to go, let me know. We can talk about it. Anyway, I think it's important that people look out for each other in the wilderness, though. They also come out here to do it alone and do it their way. There's just a fine line between coming up to somebody and asking, hey, are you okay? Oh, okay, you got it. Good for you. Good luck, man. And then somebody kind of coming up and telling you what you ought to be doing. Anyone can come out here that can come out here, should come out here, and should try this. This is the kind of stuff that I love to see, and I love to be part of it. And I want to give you guys one more view of this spot. It took me a couple hours to get up here and see this. I think if you're on an ATV, you could get up here almost this exact same spot in a fraction of the time. And if that's your thing, I'm happy for you. If you want to hunt in Alaska on foot, well, damn it, you can do it. If you put in the effort and you know your limitations and you know the safety precautions in the equipment that you need to have. Everyone wish me luck, and I hope you can appreciate the wilderness and the beauty that everyone should get the chance to enjoy. So I've got a bit extra here. I managed to kind of get through a lot of the main points about what I was trying to say while I was up off the steez and hunting the 40 mile. And I have a couple more minutes of footage here, and I wanted to talk about something as far as hunting on foot and safety. It wasn't in this spot. It was several hours north of where I was hunting. But there was an individual, a Steve Keel, and he unfortunately has gone missing. And I'm talking about being on foot and using safety equipment in this video So I really wanted to stress the fact that this is not something to take lightly. This guy literally set his stuff down, was like, cool, I'm going to go back for another trip, grab some more of these game bags that are full of meat, and I'll be right back. And he left his stuff. And they've yet to find him. He's yet to be recovered. And that's extremely unfortunate. The spot that I go to in the Arctic is about 40 or 50 miles from where his last known tracked location was. And it's been a couple of months and they still haven't found him. And if somebody dies out hunting, that's super unfortunate. And I feel for them. That's not anything that I would wish on anybody hunting out here or anywhere for that matter. But the fact that they don't even know where he is and his family can't have the closure of basically having his remains is it further extends it. It further extends trying to get past that, trying to get to the point where you can have that closure and have a body that you can properly put to rest. So my heart goes out to Steve Keel and his family. And it for me, it further stresses that I need to talk about that safety as far as if you go out and you're out here in this wilderness, that you're careful and that you're mindful of your safety equipment and always keep that in the forefront of your mind.